Hi guys, here is my audience. Yep. Today I'm going to talk to you about how tuition can keep students from affording basic necessities, people from being able to take care of themselves, and people from learning how to communicate with each other more effectively. Will students be driven to bankruptcy with the hopes of achieving a higher education? Tuition provides one better access to a greater knowledge, but it takes away from one's ability to be able to afford basic living expenses. Students use so much money to pay for tuition that they're unable to invest in their own personal needs. Um, from collegeexpress.com, more than 33,000 students live in off campus housing, and this housing is pretty unsafe. Um, People are willing to break laws in order to be able to afford rent. This includes Boston's No More Than Four law, because most of these students surveyed lived in apartments with more than three other roommates. Um, from where.org, off campus housing was shown to be pretty unsafe. These apartments were generally overrun by rodents, and they even had cabinets that were falling off the walls. And so students, they can't really take adequate care of themselves. In a statistics from a 2018 USDA study, it showed that more than half of the students surveyed couldn't obtain healthy foods and were pretty malnourished. Most colleges will advertise having some kind of mental health services, but from my own experience, these services were only free if you did therapy in a group setting, which made me feel even more uncomfortable. Uh, Even if one were to pursue a trade certification over a traditional degree, this still allows them to have an impact on the community. If more people were to attend college, they could contribute to society more. Learning trades will still allow you to join the workforce. Without electricians and architects, where would we live? Easier access to a better education would allow us easier access to specialized goods and services. When people are able to take better care of themselves, then society doesn't have to. Even with a degree or a certification, this allows someone to be more favorable in a hiring process. If low income households can stop relying on welfare, then they will no longer need to rely on society to take care of them, and they might even be able to afford their own health care. If one household is able to leave a dangerous neighborhood, then that single household is safer. But if everyone is able to leave that unsafe neighborhood, then eventually that neighborhood will become a lot safer in general. College has not only educated me, but it has transformed my ability to communicate with others. A large portion of classes is about collaboration, which does lead to better communication. In one of my courses, I had the opportunity to be a mentor to a child that was in a group home. We were able to teach them valuable life skills such as shopping more frugally or even being safer online. This was a fantastic experience as a mentor and allowed me to learn how to communicate with people a lot more appropriately. I'm currently in a study group for one of my more rigorous courses. I wouldn't be able to have the opportunity to be in this study group if I wasn't able to afford my tuition. As well as this study group has been essential to my learning. It has allowed me to articulate my thoughts better, but it has also taught me how to be a more effective listener, which allows me to retain information better. I've had the privilege of affording my tuition, and being able to learn so many new things. The high cost of tuition shouldn't be what holds people back from receiving a higher education. Cheaper tuition would afford students the ability to take better care of themselves, those on welfare to no longer rely on society to take care of them, and it would teach people to communicate with each other a lot more effectively. The cost of tuition is a major factor that keeps people from being able to attend college. But if tuition is lowered, it would not only benefit that student, but also benefit society as a whole. Thank you. And here is my audience one more time.